Today we're beginning with the book of 1 Samuel, and Samuel is a very interesting biblical character. As I will share in my sermon, there are many people we meet in the pages of the Bible who we only see for one brief moment in time at one moment or age in their life. Samuel is one of the few individuals who we learn about before he's even conceived, and we have stories of him as a child, as a mature man, and even as an older man at the end of his life. So we get a very full picture of Samuel, and the book that bears his name indicates how important he is. And Samuel's story starts before he is born with his mother, Hannah. And Hannah is a woman of prayer, and she frequently goes up to pray, and the prayer of her heart is to have a child. And she prays and implores God to give her a child, and even promises that if she has a child, she will then give that son up to serve the Lord in the Lord's tabernacle as a priest. And our verse for the day comes from the prayer of her heart in 1 Samuel chapter 2 and verses 1 through 10. And in verse 3, she says, "Talk no more so very proudly. Let not arrogance come from your mouth. For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed." I think part of why that particular verse of her prayer resonated with me is because you hear so much arrogance coming from the mouths of people today, especially people who the media happen to highlight, whether they are politicians or celebrities or athletes or people in the public eye. There are so many people who speak very proudly and very arrogantly. And when you look at Hannah's prayer, you'll see that it is the model for what is known as the Magnificat, or the prayer of Mary in Luke chapter 1. They are very similar, and I encourage you to read both Hannah's prayer in 1 Samuel 2 and then turn to Luke chapter 1 beginning at around verse 39 to 45, and to read Mary's prayer there as well. And you'll see that both women are pointing out that God is not on the side of the proud, the powerful, or the arrogant, but that God is on the side of those who we would say are at the bottom of society, the poor, the forgotten, the hungry. And Hannah's prayer will be heard and answered, and she becomes pregnant with a son who becomes the boy Samuel. And I'll tell you more about him tomorrow.